So I watched a clip of the prolific Xbox journalists, influencers, everyone who has, insane support from people, views out the wazoo, follower counts insanely high because they work at places like IGN, or because they get to talk to executives and they get to go places and parties, and somehow that translates into telling you things that are actually true. I watch these people now talking about how, well, maybe after the 4 games that went to PlayStation, maybe that means that more games are coming. Maybe that means Halo, because Halo 343 has now been dumped, and it's called Halo Studios, and they're using a third-party engine in the Unreal Engine, and possibly redoing Halo 1 again. And why would they do that? Well, maybe there's an audience out there that's never played Halo on another system that's more successful, and they're gonna bring it there, in addition to a new Nintendo system that's just powerful enough to run it. Maybe that's why. And I think to myself, and this is a serious question, why? Why are people who consistently lie rewarded with your views, with your support? Why? Anybody. I was on a podcast called BGST years ago. I'm talking years ago, before any of these top Xbox people existed or did anything on the internet. And we were talking about that then. Something was wrong right around the Xbox One launch. Something was clearly wrong. People have been given the steering wheel that shouldn't have been behind the wheel of anything ever. And yet now, after it's just going to be this one game, it's just going to be these 4 games, now all of a sudden, after Indiana Jones, after the Halo new engine, after all of this stuff, now it's about, well, this is their strategy, and we're just going to have to accept it. Curiously, the people who said, well, everything's going third party, the industry's falling apart, everybody's going to be third party, you're going to see Mario on Xbox, it's just the future. Even those people now have backed away from that and are talking about, well, it's just going to be healthy for Microsoft to release their games everywhere. I mean, third party's where it's at. Listen, my question is, why now? Why now? Why is it that when somebody with 400,000 subscribers says something, it means more than actually you just looking around, giving it the sniff test, and if you smell bullshit, saying it's bullshit? This is the biggest issue I have with brands in general and their unholy relationship to influencers. It is absolutely detrimental to anything that you can get out of anything. No one's telling us the truth. Phil Spencer has gone from being the second coming to a snake oil salesman. Nice guy, I don't know him, but I mean, come on, folks. Xbox as a brand is dead. No one wants it. They're selling less than the Xbox One. And Phil Spencer says, well, we've got more people playing on Xbox consoles than ever before, but we're not going to give you any numbers, and we haven't given you any numbers since forever, but trust us. How is it possible? How is that possible? If that were the case, why are we going third party? Why can't we sell any other person's games, let alone our own? We can't even sell our own first-party games to people! Ah! So, in closing, I feel like it would behoove you to listen to people who understand that everyone, you, me, everybody at IGN, everybody who's an Xbox influencer with gazillion followers, everyone is full of shit. The difference is there are people out there who understand that and can smell it, even their own. And every once in a while can step outside and say, that ain't right. This is the truth. So what's going to happen next generation? Well, they're going to make the most powerful, the biggest leap we've ever seen, whatever that means, I don't know. And a handheld? For a market that already doesn't want the one singular product that you have? I don't know. I really don't get it. I think Microsoft has so much money, they just do anything. It doesn't really matter. They're not hungry. They don't need to eat. Well, they don't have to worry about mistakes. It's like having a Surface. You can buy a Dell, you can buy another brand's laptop, or you can buy a Surface. Surface isn't really selling that well, but who cares? We've got $3 trillion. Let's just be in this market space, just in case something happens, so that we're not completely left out in the lurch like we were when we missed mobile. The mobile phone. Remember Bomber talking about the iPhone, and it's not a good business machine because it doesn't have a keyboard.
Steve, let me ask you about the iPhone and the Zune, if I may. The Zune was getting some traction, then Steve Jobs goes to Macworld and he pulls out this iPhone. What was your first reaction when you saw that?
$500 fully subsidized with a plan? I said, that is the most expensive phone in the world, and it doesn't appeal to business customers because it doesn't have a keyboard, which makes it not a very good email machine. Now, it may sell very well or not. We have our strategy. We've got great Windows mobile devices in the market today. You can get a Motorola Q phone now for $99. It's a very capable machine. It'll do music. It'll do internet. It'll do email. It'll do instant messaging. So I kind of look at that and I say, well, I like our strategy.
Microsoft doesn't want to be stung again the way they were back then, so they're just doing anything. Because they can. They don't need to worry about making a mistake. They made $1 billion mistake with the Xbox 360 Red Ring of Death, and they wrote a check in the afternoon to fix it. They spent $80 billion cash to purchase a publisher in an afternoon. So this is the problem. They ain't hungry, folks. They ain't hungry. They ain't working for you. So, in closing, I would like to say that I'm optimistic about Xbox. I don't know. I could be. It's possible that the next Xbox and its handheld variant completely dominate the space. Possible. But there's that other P word. You know what it is? No, it ain't this. Probability. What's the probability of that happening? And it's incredibly low. So the question remains, the whole point of this video, why are people with a large following seen as correct or seen as a source of accurate information? Why is it we have to go through 2 generations, years and years and years, to finally get to the point where we're willing to say what other people have been saying for years? Why is it? And why are those people rewarded with your time and your views? Anyway, that's the point of this video. I wanted to rant. It's Friday. I'm going to dinner. I'm going to spend $1 gazillion at dinner. I'll enjoy that more than I will reading a review from a mainstream gaming site or getting information from anybody else other than the 2 people that I trust the most. My left eye and my right eye. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.